Welcome to Move the Stakes, Daniel Jeremiah. Nowhere to be found, so as I was walking in my car in the parking lot, Bucky plucked me, horse collar style, by the collar. Threw me into this seat, so I will help you work your way with some premier analysis on the biggest games of Week 17 here on Move the Sticks. Bucky, why don't we get it started straight out the gate? I could point out that you're earning a pension because of your 4+ years in the league, but we'll skip that nonsense for Packers-Lions, the biggest game, because the winner wins the North, the loser very well could end up not making the playoffs.
You have to love these winner-go-home games.
Yeah.
And when you're looking at these winner-go-home games, all of the focus has to be on the quarterbacks and how they're playing and how they perform. When you look at these two quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford, two guys that have been considered MVP candidates, but it has to start with Aaron Rodgers.
36 touchdowns.
I mean, that's ridiculous. The ridiculous production.
Yeah.
Really, the production has been ridiculous the last 6 games. Almost 70% completion rate, 14-0 touchdown to interception ratio, and a passer rating over 118. And what he does that is problematic for defenses, he extends and buys time. But it's not only the extension of time, it's his ability to find receivers as they uncover. Here we see Devontae Adams slips away from the coverage. Aaron Rodgers is on it. That mental telepathy leads to a touchdown. The Green Bay Packers are absolutely tough to defend when Aaron Rodgers is buying time.
And hey, Devontae Adams caught that one. His hands showed up. His 2015 hands showed up a little too much late in the season.
He had the right gloves on, and he's able to do it. Once again, we see Aaron Rodgers going to his left, which is uncommon because most right-handed quarterbacks like to escape to the right. He goes to the left, finds his number one target, Jordy Nelson. 14 touchdowns for Jordy Nelson?
Comeback player of the year.
They are a handful to defend because their receivers on the outside can win. But on the script, off the script, Aaron Rodgers is doing a great job with the football.
You know how you lose games in the postseason?
Turn it over.
Yeah, look at that. 206 consecutive passes without a pick. Just as we were watching that tape, Bucky, any concerns about the hamstring? You said it. He improvises a lot. He extends plays, and that's what really is the magic that makes Aaron Rodgers special. Are you worried at all about that injury?
You have to be worried about it a little bit, but he's playing in the comfy confines of the dome this time.
Ford Field.
Ford Field. It should be fine for him. He doesn't have to worry about it being cold. I believe the bigger thing for the Detroit Lions is making him stay in the pocket. You have to find a way to get him. You can't let him get out the pocket and do his magic because we've seen him do it time and time again, find those receivers, uncovering down the field on scramble tosses.
Let's get to Matthew Stafford. 6 weeks ago, we were talking about a potential MVP here.
Come on now. You still got to go with him. I like what he's been able to do for most of the season. The biggest thing that has taken Matthew Stafford down has been the injury. The last 2 weeks since he injured the middle finger, he hasn't performed at the same rate. Only a 58% completion rate. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions. You would like to see him play more.
You want to show me which finger he injured?
The middle.
Oh, okay.
Middle.
Just testing you there.
There, you see the numbers. 22 touchdowns.
They're okay.
3,900 yards.
They're good, not great.
Not great. 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. That's what I
great.
like, though.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that you have to deal with Matt Stafford under pressure. Arm talent. Big arm, fearless, courageous, doesn't worry about it. Got blitz coming at him, people right in his face. Watch him put this ball exactly where it's supposed to be. I mean, defenders are beating down on Matthew Stafford. He still puts it in the right location. Let it roll, tape. Let the tape roll. Watch this throw. Boom, you have to like that. Golden Tate finds a way to take it all the way down. When the Detroit Lions are playing well, it's because Matthew Stafford is balling from the pocket. They need him to find a way to deal against the Green Bay Packers defense, a defense that has been vulnerable because we talk about Matthew Stafford. You know Sam Bradford threw for over 400 yards. Adam Thielen had over 200 yards against the Packers. So as high as we are on the Green Bay Packers, there's some concern about their ability to cover.
Now, wait a minute. Well, you know what? Get through this first, and then I'll get back to it.
You have to be concerned. Adam Thielen had 200 yards.
They were up like 28-0 at that
200
point.
yards. Here we go. Once again, Matthew Stafford doing a great job looking off the safety. He's going to find Golden Tate in that pocket shot. Nice hole shot. Perfect delivery. Big catch. Golden Tate. I think there are going to be plenty of opportunities for him to have shots against this Packers defense. I told you, Sam Bradford looked like Fran Tarkenton.
But it wasn't until after they were down 28-0.
The yards are the yards.
Here's the concern. How about this here? Playoffs in prime time, 21 giveaways. Aaron Rodgers, no interceptions in 201 consecutive attempts.
Most of those games are primetime games. Most of those games when
you don't get into prime time when you stink.
Come on, when his team wasn't very good.
You don't make the prime time when you stink.
Once a year they're in prime time, the Turkey Day
game. All right,
game.
how about this? I'll just you help me because I get the sense you're going to take the Lions. Is that what's happening here?
Absolutely, I got to go. I feel them roar.
What did we hear Aaron Rodgers say? We probably got to win out. He was right, and all they've done since that day, when he gave us his relax, they ended up going on a win. They said, we got to win out. They've won 5 in a row. These are good defenses that Packers offense has defeated. Eagles in Philly, where they have been great. They were not great on the road. They beat the Texans. They hammered the Seahawks, and they absolutely humiliated the Vikings defense. Just wrecked them. You mentioned
That's because they went rogue.
That whatever they did, however they
went. Some of those
went.
guys saw Star Wars and went rogue.
You said it at the top. You said in these kind of games, you look at the quarterbacks, and you're going to take Matt Stafford over Aaron Rodgers.
I'm going to take Matthew Stafford because this is his coming out party for the world to see that he is one of the guys that should be included in that VIP party.
We agree to disagree because
Stafford, I need him.
Here's what I need. I need the Packers to get in, and all the commentators say, the one team you don't want to face in the playoffs is the Green Bay Packers because they have Aaron Rodgers. We got to hear that 900 times.